All right, so let me know if this story sounds familiar. You lift weights 4 to 7 times a week, you're eating tons of protein, tons of calories, but you're still not gaining that strength or muscle you want. Well, look, I know all about that story. You see, this used to be me, but now this is me. So you might be wondering, well, how did I go from there to there? And basically, it's through these same hacks that I'm about to reveal to you. It boils down to a few different factors. The first one is you're not increasing the intensity of your workout. So you have to remember when you're lifting weights, what you're really doing is you're breaking down the muscle fibers and then they recover and adapt to the stress so that next time they can handle the weight that you put them through. And so the first thing you have to do is constantly increase the intensity of your workout. Now there's a few ways you can adjust the intensity of your workout. The first is what most people do. You just simply increase the weight, meaning let's say you did bench press for 135 pounds, 8 reps, well then next week you would go for 140 pounds. Now the second alternative to adjust the intensity is going to be adding more reps or exercises. So let's use that same example. You did 8 reps at 135, so then next week, instead of increasing the weight, you could do 9 reps or 10 reps. Because now it's new stress that forces your body to adapt. Now the other factor of adjusting the intensity comes down to your rest time. So obviously if you do 3 minutes or 4 minutes or 5 minutes between sets, it's not going to be as intense as if it was 60 seconds, 90 seconds. And so what I recommend is a strategy from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And basically what you want to do is wait until your breathing is normal and then hit your next set. He talks about how this is the best way to go about muscle gains because one, your cardiovascular shape isn't going to hold you back. You don't want to hit a hard set, be out of breath, and then try and hit another set where your cardio shape's holding you back from pushing the intensity on your muscles. So by waiting until your breathing's normal, it maximizes your intensity. So those are the first few factors. Now that we got the intensity portion of your workout done, there's a few other things you have to dial in. Now, obviously the second one's going to be nutrition, but what does this really mean? And so basically the main things you want to focus on are protein and calories. So let's do this one by one. You have protein over here, and pretty much you just want to consume about 1 gram per pound that you currently weigh. If you weigh 200 grams of protein on your lift days. Bada ding, bada boom. Next, we have your calories. So typically you want to be in about a 200 to 300 calorie surplus. Now, if you don't know what your calories are, like your average calories, there's a few ways you can go about it. The first one is you could grab your weight and multiply it by 15. This tends to be a pretty good baseline. Now, it's not fully accurate. I've worked with people that have weighed 200, and using that strategy, that would say they have to have 3K calories, like that's their baseline. However, the alternative and honestly more accurate method is grabbing an app like MyFitnessPal, and again, you can use this to track your calories and macros. And so plug in your foods that you eat for a week, and then you'll have your total calories, and then you just average it out. And then obviously on your lift days, 300 calorie surplus. Boom. Next, so let's assume that you just did everything I told you about. You're like, Adam, I'm getting the protein in, I'm getting the calories, I'm pushing the intensity of my workout, but I'm still not seeing the results. So there's 2 last factors. The first is you have to focus on getting enough recovery. Now, typically the best thing you can do, well, it's getting good sleep, about 7 hours or more in sleep per night. So to really demonstrate the effect that your recovery has, look at steroids. They're anabolics, which means they help with the recovery. And that's precisely why people gain muscle 3 times quicker when they're on steroids. And so you can tap into the same power by getting sufficient sleep. Now, to get good sleep, what I recommend you do is go to bed before 10 p.m. because 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. are the golden hours of sleep. So the other way I like explaining this is like, have you ever gone to bed at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and felt good the next day, even if you got 8 or 9 hours of sleep? No, I'm gonna guess no. And so again, focus on getting good quality sleep. Same time every night, ideally before 10 p.m., if not as close to that as possible. Now let's say you're doing all that. You're like, Adam, all right, I'm pushing the intensity harder than I've ever done every single workout. I'm getting the calories in, I'm getting the protein in, I'm sleeping well, but I'm just not gaining the muscle. So the last factor is your hormone levels. We all know that if you have lower levels of testosterone, it's gonna be almost impossible for you to gain muscle, or the results are just gonna be much more slow. And so what you wanna do here is we recommend doing 10-1-9 sprints to help you boost your human growth hormone and testosterone so that you gain more muscle from your weightlifting workouts. They also deliver more oxygen to your brain so you think more clearly and make better decisions. And they increase your mitochondria so that you have more energy and you just are more productive throughout your day instead of crashing at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Now, if you want to learn how to do these 10-1-9 sprints, you guys know the routine. There's going to be a link around this video. Just check it out, enter it in your email, and you will get those 10-1-9 sprints. Now, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to toss it a like or subscribe. We're going to have more daily videos like this to help you get in shape quick.